Welcome back to Houston Life. Last year, the BIPOC Arts Network and Fund, or BANF, launched an initiative to explore barriers in arts education in Houston, specifically the problems Black, Indigenous, and people of color, the nonprofit leaders, face when it comes to educating students on the arts. So joining me today are some wonderful guests. Armando Silva, he's the Executive Director of MECA. Charity Carter is the Executive Director of the Edison Arts Foundation. And Amina Clarke-Walker is right here, and she is a first grader in the arts. If you wanted to know, this is her beautiful artwork right here. Welcome to Houston Life, y'all.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
So real quick, I'll start with Amina. What grade are you in?
First grade.
Okay, and you love the arts?
Yes, and I also love gymnastics. It teaches me a lot of stuff, and I like doing cartwheels.
Love a cartwheel. Love a cartwheel. Okay, perfect. Now I want to start with Armando and Charity, because you guys said we need to do this study to really explore what's going on as far as arts education and Black, Indigenous people of color. Armando, why was this study so important?
I think we sometimes forget how important the arts are into the perfect formation of a being, right? I think the discipline that the arts teaches can be carried across all aspects of one's life, and sometimes we forget that, right? And what better time to learn it than when you are a first grader, when you are in kindergarten.
Right.
You get them instill that immediately when they start growing, and it really leads to a great forming of a person.
Right. And Charity, what problems are we trying to solve before you embark on this big study? I mean, what problems were you saying, okay, we need solutions to that?
We're trying to solve a holistic approach to wellness, to well-being, to education, to just so many societal issues. I think that the arts can be a beacon to the solution because it brings us together.
Right, right. So you guys are gonna, based on your findings, Armando, well, let's start with what did you find when the study was released?
So the greatest thing we found is that we are not in this game alone. We find each other, like we met through this process, right? And before that, we didn't realize that we're here together doing the same struggle and fighting for communities of color. So that was a great finding, to know that we're not alone and we can reach out to one another. The other thing is that we all have similar upbringings that really tie in family and community to this work, right? So those were, for me, were the two biggest things that we learned that we can really use to progress our work.
Right. And Charity, what are you learning, you know, now that you decided to, okay, let's join forces, what things are you excited about?
Well, better together. That holistically, again, if we can tackle so much more, if we unite and tackle it together. Armando touched on our core values, which is family, community, and arts. And so when we kind of rally around those things, we can tackle so much more together. It's generational. When we have kids and when we have events, it brings the family together, it brings the community together, it brings the school together, it brings the church, and it brings all those supporters, and that's actually powerful.
So you guys are preparing to launch something based on all of the information that you gathered and you found. I mean, this study was done around kids just like Amina, right? So now that you have found some of that data, what is the initiative now? What is going to be launched?
So we're working to figure out what that actually looks like.
Okay.
We had a great opportunity over these months to figure out what we want to do and how we want to take it into the communities where it's needed, right? We want to leave the spaces where we are and go to where the work is needed. Understanding that particularly right now with HISD and how things are changing, how can we support the schools? How can we get ourselves back into those places, because we're not in many cases? And that's been a huge issue, like really coordinating and programming with the schools, right? Understanding that the testing is such a big deal, and that always plays a huge barrier for us. So what can we do in our organizations, either together or apart, but how can we support the families that really need the work, the schools that really need that help?
Right. And for someone, I mean, growing up, art is like, it can be your favorite class and it can be just such an outlet. Charity, why do you think that students just really embrace it so much? I mean, is that part of why you got into being an executive director with your charity?
Absolutely, because the arts can do so much. The arts is so powerful. It can be calming. We have some families who've gone through some difficult situations. They've lost their mom. And so for them to come to an after-school arts academy, a program where they can feel safe, where they can learn and grow and kind of take out their frustrations or their thoughts into art. It's a wonderful opportunity.
I want to touch on that really quick because she said, how did that lead you to be an executive director? We learned also in the process, this is a calling, right? We didn't set out to be like, I'm going to lead this organization. Like, that's not what we did. We are both dancers. We started at like, I want to do this because it feels good. It makes me, it is who I am, right?
Right.
And that leads you on the right path to this calling. That's what it's become. And so now that we're a product of what we've done, we want to give back, right?
Absolutely.
Right. And you know what? I'm so glad that Miss Amina is here because when I was in first grade, I don't know that I could have pulled off something so wonderful like this. Now, if you look closely, I do see, are those Powerpuff Girls?
Yes.
Can you explain this drawing and why you chose these colors?
I chose these colors because one looks like Bubbles, but she has the colors of Buttercup. This one is still Bubbles, but she has the colors of Bliss. This one is Bubbles, but with the bow, the skin, and the hair of Bliss.
Love it.
Yeah.
I love it. So, and do you really like doing art? I can tell how much because it's so beautiful. What does art class mean to you? What's your favorite part?
Well, like, art class means to me like people can probably do all kinds of stuff, and like they make art and crafts.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Just whatever's in your heart, right? Okay. Armando Silva, Charity Carter, and Amina Clarke-Walker, thank you so much. Now, listen, if you'd like to read the full report that we're talking about, it's available on our website, HoustonLife.tv.